On October 25, 1957, one of the most powerful mafia bosses in America walked into a barbershop in New York. Minutes later, he was dead. The assassination of Albert Anastasia remains one of the most famous killings in organized crime history. But what led to his downfall? To understand the murder, we must first understand the man. Albert Anastasia was the boss of what was then known as the Anastasia crime family, later renamed the Gambino crime family. Nicknamed the Lord High Executioner, he had a reputation for being ruthless and was widely believed to have played a leading role in enforcing mafia discipline through violence. By the mid-1950s, however, Anastasia had become increasingly isolated. Several powerful mafia leaders believed his unpredictable leadership and use of violence brought unnecessary attention from law enforcement. At the same time, another influential boss, Vito Genovese, was seeking greater control over New York's underworld. Genovese reportedly wanted to remove rivals who stood in the way of his ambitions. Anastasia was one of the biggest obstacles. Meanwhile, Anastasia's own underboss, Carlo Gambino, had quietly built strong relationships with other mafia leaders. Unlike Anastasia, Gambino was known for being patient, discreet, and politically skilled. According to many historians, Gambino recognized that the balance of power within the mafia was changing. Several accounts suggest that an alliance formed between Carlo Gambino and Vito Genovese. Their alleged goal was simple: remove Albert Anastasia from power. On the morning of October 25, 1957, Anastasia visited the Park Sheraton Hotel in Manhattan for a haircut and shave. As he relaxed in the barber's chair, two masked gunmen entered the shop. Before anyone could react, they opened fire. Anastasia reportedly tried to fight back, striking at what he saw in the mirror, but he had no chance. He was killed at the scene. The identities of the gunmen have never been officially confirmed. Over the years, investigators and historians have proposed several theories, but no one was ever convicted of the murder. Within weeks of the assassination, Carlo Gambino became the new boss of the family, which was later renamed in his honor. His leadership would last nearly 2 decades and help transform the Gambino family into one of the most powerful criminal organizations in America. Albert Anastasia's death reshaped the mafia forever. It demonstrated that no boss, no matter how feared or powerful, was beyond the reach of betrayal. In the mafia, power was never permanent. Alliances changed. Loyalty shifted, and sometimes, the most dangerous enemies were the ones standing closest to you. That lesson was written into history on the morning Albert Anastasia entered a barbershop and never walked out.